Okay, in this video, we are going to go ahead and run a Facebook ad for a new listing that David just took on my team. So we're going to go to create a new campaign, social ad, advertise listing, and I'm going to name this one observation. And this one I'm going to show you is not showing up yet in KW command yet. So this is actually perfect. See, we don't even have our images quite. It's still loading. So this is actually really good for you guys to see how this is going to work. Okay, so this is the one I'm going to run here is Observation Drive. This one's up here in Summerlin, Las Vegas. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to run the ad, and then I'm going to show you how to route the leads. Because David's on my team and I want the leads to go to him. So in my case today, I'm actually going to use Zapier to route the leads to David because Command isn't quite yet doing that yet. And here we go. So advertise a listing, and I'm going to do Facebook, and we're going to set up the campaign. Okay, so right now there's not a listing popping up, so I'm going to just go ahead and do this one manual. Okay. So add text. So I'm going to take a look at what he put here. Summerlin Schools, 2-bedroom condo, 2 full baths, recently upgraded kitchen and countertops. Okay, so let me see how much of that I can just copy over. All right, I'm going to cut this down a little bit. Summerlin Schools, 2-bedroom condo, 2 full baths, recently upgraded. Kitchen with granite countertops, custom tiled, backsplash, and large peninsula. Okay, I'm going to just go with that. Okay, now he just sent me pictures, so we are going to take a look at what he has here. Okay, now typically I am not going to showcase too many pictures. If the house shows incredibly well, I'll put a ton of pictures in there. If it's, doesn't because it has people living there and whatnot, I'll tend to do something more like this. And I'm just going to grab this image here and use that one. And then they can click through and register, and then I'll take them through to the rest. It's tough. I will generally pick the best picture that I can find, and sometimes it's just an outside front. I prefer it to be like a kitchen or something like that. So we'll see. I might have to try to split it up and see what I can kind of split test it. All right, so we're going to go back here and headline. And where is this one? This one is in Rock Springs Vista. Okay, so not technically in Summerlin. It's in the Northwest, but it is, I'm going to put North, I'm going to change that, and I'm going to put Northwest Las Vegas. Okay, headline, Northwest Las Vegas condo. And then here, I'm going to put what they're going to see if they click through to that, if they fill out the form. So I'm going to do pics, price, details. I might just put the price up here too, because I actually think that's going to be appealing to people who live here. So I'm going to put that one up here. $170,000 Northwest Las Vegas condo for sale. I like it. Okay. All right, so now enter CTA link. Okay, I am going to make this a lead form ad. So let's keep going and I'll show you what I mean. So add media, configure. Oh, you know what we should do? Let's do this. Let's go over and make a design with that picture that'll look a little bit better. All right, so we're going to go over here and we're going to go to designs. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick a picture that doesn't have a lot of text so that it will work in our ad. Okay, so let's go to the little plus sign on the bottom right, social, next. I'm not going to import photos from a listing because my photos aren't live yet here. So we're just going to do it manual. Okay, and we're going to go down here to just listed. Or I also like these ones that are in the open house section. Price update. Let's look at those. I kind of just like to look at all of them and see what might jump out at me. And again, it can't have a lot of text, so it can't be anything too crazy. All right, we're gonna go with this one. I'll show you what I'm gonna do. We got to make sure it doesn't have too much text, so we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna change this to $170,000, and then up here I'm going to shrink that font down. Then I'm going to shrink that circle down, and I'm going to move it. Again, I just don't want it to be too big because of the text issue with Facebook. I like that. Okay, and then I'm going to drop in my own DBA logo in this corner by clicking the little plus sign, and I'll drag that down there. I actually probably need the one, you know what I'll do? I'm going to make this red triangle white by clicking here and changing that fill color. Ooh, didn't do it. Okay, that's weird. Let's do it like that. There, that's better. Okay, and then I will also just going to take that down a little bit more because our 170 doesn't need to be too big. Ooh, what is that? Ooh, I like that. Look at this. There's like a little picture holder on the back. I'm going to put the price in there. I think that'll stand out. Okay, so I just kind of play with these a little bit and try to be creative. I'm not going to put my picture in there. This is David's listing on my team. And then I'm going to, oh, but I forgot to grab my own image. I better grab my own image. So instead of that, I'm going to go to add, and I'm going to drag and drop an image, browse, and let's drop this condo in here. And then that will show up under add, click here, open. Oh, it's down here. It's already loaded. Okay, so I'm gonna click this image, and I want to replace this with this. So if I click here first and then click this little loop, it'll replace the image. See that? Try that again. I'm not sure why it's blurry like that, so let's try this one more time. Get rid of that one. That is so weird. All right, I'm gonna just do it this way. Okay, now I'm going to reposition this to the back so that my artwork shows up front. So I'm going to click there, and I'm going to reposition and say, move this one. Nope. We're going to do it this way with the little icons. Arrange, send backward. There it goes. Send backward, send backward. See how that works? And then your pictures will show up. Oh, I see that little thing is up there. That's not bad. Okay, so what happens is you can see that it even takes me a little bit as I'm messing around with it because I'm used to Canva, and so I know exactly which buttons to push, and I'm still getting used to designs myself. Okay, so I'm going to put this little 170 in the sky since our little white background disappeared there. And I think this should probably be fine now for our text to work. Okay, so see, it's not major changes, but it's enough to give it a little bit of a pop and a little bit of color and a number to stand out. So I'm good. That's good enough for me. So I'm going to go to download. Well, I could rename this. I'll rename this observation. Facebook ad. Okay, hold on, that thing in the middle. There we go. So now we've got it. So you can go up here to File and click Save to save this in your designs. And then this arrow here, you want to save the download to your computer. So we're going to go ahead and download this, and 256 kilobytes is fine. I don't need to change anything. I'm going to start download. I like those outdoor pictures often because the sun, everything looks so bright and good. Okay, so we're going to save this one as observation, and I'm going to save it. Okay, now we go back to our create a campaign, and see, they automatically put in our DBA logo. That's right, I could have just taken that right out of there, come to think of it. Let me see, I might delete that. Let's see how this works. So I'm going to go to, that's a new element. Select media, add images, drag and drop. There's our image. Review and crop, that's perfect. Save image, I love it. Just what I wanted. Okay, now I don't need them to put that over the top because I already have it over the top. Let's see if that works. Oh, perfect, looks good. Okay, so now I like that. They have this thing now where they actually put in the DBA logo, whatever your logo is, so that if you just upload an image, you can that DBA logo will automatically drop in for you over it and cover your legal requirements there. Okay, so now we're going to configure the Facebook ad. And here, we're going to pick our account. My page is Lori Ballen Team Las Vegas. See, it dropped in there. And then, do I want to use a Facebook lead generation form or a site or landing page? In my case, I prefer to use the Facebook lead generation form when I'm marketing a listing, because what it does is it captures their profile info from their Facebook page if they continue, rather than sending them directly to a landing page that then tries to capture their info based on whatever settings we have. This generates more leads. Now, it also generates a whole bunch of garbage, a whole bunch of bad info, people that say, I didn't even know I was submitting something. So just remember, this is all a numbers game, and I like to bank on 1 out of 100 Joe Schmoes turns into a closing. I'll do this all day long, right? That's only a 1%. So but with clicks and leads as low as they are through command, if we can prove that to be true over time. And by the way, some of you guys are posting on Facebook, oh, how's the lead conversion? The conversion is going to be the same as it would with any other Facebook ad. Our cost per clicks and our cost per lead might be lower through the command portal because of the agreements and because of the way they have this set up. Makes it easy for us not to screw it up too bad, which often increases our cost per click. So we're going to get more leads, right? And that would therefore mean we should potentially get more closings because our ad budget's going to go farther, which means lower cost per click, lower cost per lead, more leads, 100 leads turns into one conversion, 1 out of 100. It's going to be much easier to do on here than it is when you're paying $10 a lead on another platform, right? So you got to figure, let's just say this comes out to, by the time you get all of your leads, you figure you spend a couple bucks a lead, right? So a couple bucks a lead, $100 is going to get you 50 leads. So you might have to run an ad like this a couple times to actually get one to turn into a closing. Well, if you spent a couple $100 to make $10,000, wouldn't you do that all day long? But you gotta spend the time here. This is not a one and done kind of thing. This is an ongoing strategy. Every time you get a listing, you pop on a command, you run it, you spend it out until your lead goes into escrow or whatever you guys call it there, whenever it's pending under contract, and you move on to the next one. Once you figure that out, you know how many leads you get, your average cost per lead, you know your conversion rates, if it's 1 out of 100, 2 out of 100, 5 out of 100, and now you have math to scale this all day long as you have listings, okay? So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and run the Facebook lead generation form. If you didn't want to capture their lead on the onset, you would use a site or landing page, and you would send them directly to the page that has your listing details, okay? Now, we can send them into KW Command. I can send them into my listings to leads platform. I can send them to my IDX, wherever I want to send them after the fact, okay? So let me find this one. Let's see if this one's on. I don't think this is in KW Command yet, so I might have to do it. Let's see, Ballen, Group Homes. This is my KW Command website. We'll take a look here and see if there's anything on observation showing up yet. Okay, I'm not seeing it, so I think, let me just double check. We don't have the ability to look it up by MLS number yet, right? I wanted to make sure. Property type is a condo in Las Vegas. Let's sort by price. I've got a marketing idea in my head, but I can't do it unless the listing's showing up. So that's what I'm doing here. So hang on, there's a creative process happening as I'm looking this up. Wow, I like that place. Okay, oh my gosh, look, we have condos here still for $15,000. What I wanted to see is if that listing is popping up in the 175 range. Watch, we'll do this then. So we do more, and I'm gonna say, what I'm doing now is I'm just figuring out what landing page I want them to go to after they fill out the ad, okay? So it'll be different depending on what I'm doing. So let's sort this by price and say anything from 170 to 180. Let me see what comes up here. Okay, there's Buffalo, Sunset, Flamingo. Ours is 175, right? What was ours? Hold on, let me check. 170. Okay, it was 170. Okay, so let me just share this idea with you. This is what I was going to say. If my condo was showing up on this page, which it will be later, it just hasn't popped up yet. In fact, I may go with this because it's going to pop up anytime now. All right, so what I can do is I can take this URL all up here, and I'm going to copy that. Now, let me tell you, why am I sending them to this page? Okay, first, when they register for the condo, I'm going to put them on a drip email that's going to send them details about that condo. So they're going to get it anyway. But if I fill out the information and they land on this page, then no matter what they're interested, these are all condos that are 170,000. So the odds are better that they'll start clicking around than if I just send them to one listing and they look at one picture and go, I don't like it. So I prefer to get them shopping. And so I will usually send them to the page that has my listing on it and potentially other listings. But I'm definitely going to send them through an email autoresponder all the info about the property that I'm actually advertising, because of course for the seller's benefit, we want to make sure they see all the information about that listing. And then I'll put a few related listings on the bottom of that as well. And for that, I'm going to use a third-party autoresponder until command is working. So you could use MailChimp, Constant Contact, Follow Up Boss, Infusionsoft, whatever to send the listing. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just send them to whatever page has your listing on it. Okay, so I can just send them right here to my IDX page that's on my other website if I want to. Million ways to do this. I'm going to show you so many ideas, and we're going to test and measure them all and see what works great. But remember, you're already going to have their lead info. That's key here, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and paste the follow-up URL right here. That's where I want to send them to. Now, if I wanted to, I could also go into landing pages and build a landing page for this listing. And if I did that, then I would just go to Choose Site, and I would go down and find whatever my listing is called. If I had created it yet, it would be called Observation. And I would just paste that in there, okay? But again, I'm always thinking to myself, what is the best opportunity to, one, give the buyer what they're looking for, and two, get them browsing and shopping. If I just send them to a landing page, they eliminate the property, there's no suggested listings on there, they're gonna bounce. So I wanna get them interested, okay? So I'm going to go with that one. All right, ad targeting. So now ad targeting, we can look at, excuse me, we're going to click use custom settings, and we're going to target a custom audience, and here we could target renters, okay? So let's oops, we got to put area first. So I'm going to go with Las Vegas. I'm in Vegas, Lori Ballen team, and we're going to go 15 miles around Las Vegas is fine. I want to be able to set that to just right in, but 15 miles out is fine because we have North Las Vegas and Henderson, and they might be interested. And then expert targeting, add or change interest. So if I want to, I can say, show me people that are, I'm going to type in the word renter. And it'll show me people that have been interested in renter's insurance, right? Or I could type in the word home. You can type in a keyword and start playing around with some of the interests. You know, people that have a home business. Well, this condo is probably not ideal for that, right? Or people that are following Zillow or Realtor.com because they might be interested in buying a house if they're following one of those things, okay? In my case, I just want to hit Vegas. I'm not going to put any interest in, okay, for this particular ad. And then we're going to save it. And down here, duration and budget. So they say we recommend 10 days and a budget of $1 per channel per day. So we are going to run this for 10 days, and I'm only running one channel, so it would spend $3 per day. So it's going to be a $30 budget. I think for this one I'm going to do 20 because I'm actually running I'm going to run several ads in a row here. So we'll start that one off with a couple bucks a day. All right. You know what I might do? I'm going to shrink the number of days and spend more. So we'll do this because I have a feeling he's going to sell this one pretty quickly. So I want to get more leads in a smaller amount of time. So what I think I'll do is run this one from today, which is the 21st, and I'll run that through Sunday. And see, so now I'll spend $4 a day for 5 days. That's what I'm going to do. And if you want to see what this looks like, on your right-hand side, you have your Facebook preview from the web feed, or here you can look at what it looks like on mobile. Okay, so kitchen with granite countertops, ... because on mobile it cuts off. You see the difference? So if you don't want it to have that ... you can take these out. All right, and then I'm going to save duration and budget. Hold on, add media. Let me see what this is saying. It's not accepting my picture, or did I not save it? Oh, it's requiring us to use the DBA logo. Oh, darn. Okay, that's a little weird. But because I already put it in our picture. So that means if I want to make a picture, I need to take out the DBA logo on our actual design. Images, KW, logo. Okay, there it is. Open. Okay, so see how it put it like in that little corner right there? I'm just gonna go with that for now. Okay, and then save add image. Now I know for the next one to not put my DBA logo in it. And then we're gonna publish the campaign. Now, if you have a credit, it'll tell you you already have a credit and it'll apply your credit. And I'm gonna do create campaign. And now if you're still with me and wanna watch this, we're gonna go over to Zapier real quick and set up the lead routing. So that, because what I want to happen now is when this lead comes in, I want it to go to David instead of just sitting in my normal pile. So I'm going to go over to Zapier and I am going to, it says, what apps do you want to connect today? So I'm going to connect Facebook ads, Facebook lead ads with, I want him to get a text. So I'm going to say a text. And I'll do it with Twilio. Okay, now, Facebook lead ads, I believe, is a premium feature, so I think you have to have the paid version of Zapier for this to work. So now it says, well, what do you want to have happen? So I'm going to say, when this happens, so when a new lead comes in, see, when this happens, so it's if this, then that, or when, then that. So when this happens, new lead, then do this. I want it to send an SMS text, and I'm going to say use this Zap. Now it's going to give me more options. Okay, so the first thing it wants me to do is select my Facebook lead account. Then I'm going to click continue. And then which page, and in my case, it's Lori Ballen team. And then which form. Now this form is key in routing your leads correctly, because what I'm able to do now is say, with this lead form add, then send it to David, or then send it to Krista, or then email, or then put it on a spreadsheet, or then drop it into whatever I want to do, right? So this is our observation drive. Continue. And here you can test it. I'm actually, yeah, I better test it. Let me see. I'm not sure if it pulled up my Twilio account. I didn't notice it asked me for my Twilio account. Let's see. I might already have it in there by default. Oh, it's in the next one. Okay, so pulled in lead A. That's what I wanted. Okay, now the next one. So now it says Twilio, what account? So I'm going to pull up my Twilio account. And then I'm going to click continue. And then what number do I want this to come from? So I can add a custom value. I can use my Twilio number, whatever I want to do here. I have two numbers. I'm not sure why it's only pulling one. Okay, so I'll do that. And then two numbers. So this needs to be David's text number. So let me grab David's phone number right here. And we will paste that in to message. Okay, now I'm going to say new lead on observation from, and then click this little box on the right and we'll get some fields. So from first name, and then I'm going to drop in last name, and then I'm going to drop in phone number. In fact, I'm going to put the word phone right in front of this. Phone, and then I'm going to put in email. This is what's going to come through in the text message to David once it's there. Okay? And then continue. SMS, good. Okay, Now I also wanted to email him. So let me add this little plus. And I'm also going to add another email by Zapier. Okay, and I'm going to click continue, send outbound email to, and I want David's email. Okay, so here, subject, new lead on observation. Then we do the same thing. Phone, or let me do first name, last name. So I'm going to say, hold on, where is the new lead? Oh, okay. First name, last name, and then phone. See, so it's pulling it from the lead form, and then email. New lead, email. And you know what? I think I'll send this to myself too to see how it's coming out. So I'm going to put a comma here, and I'm going to put Lori@LoriBallen.com. Now it'll come to both of us. Okay. The from name, from Lori, reply to. David can reply to me if he has a question. That could be your admin or whatever. Okay. And then we're going to continue. Okay. To finish this step, you'll first need to take care of issues in your Zap. Let me see. So edit here. Where is it saying test SMS? Oh, I have to test? Okay, test and continue. My 2 number. Okay, hold on. So customize SMS. From to. Okay, look what I did. I put the phone number in incorrectly. So 702-416. Okay, there we go. Now we got to try it again. So it's good when there's errors, you guys can see what common errors are. Now we're going to test and continue. I still did it wrong. Try this one more time. SMS. I forget. It's just been a while. Include country code. There has to be a 1 in front of it, huh? 1. Okay. Continue. Test and continue. Usually if there's an error, it's telling you what the error is in that little box. I don't always take the time to read it. And it was telling us already. Okay. Got it. Done. Continue. Test and continue. Boom. Done. Okay. So now what will happen is in a minute, I will get an email and I'll be able to see if this worked correctly. And David will message me and say he got a text. Now up here, I'm going to change this edit and I'm going to call this observation Facebook ad to David so I can save it in my Zap. And then I'm going to turn this on down here by clicking that button on. If you don't turn it on, your Zaps won't work. Now let me see if I got a new email. Oh, there it is. There it is. Look at this. So it was a test. So it says test lead, dummy, first name, dummy, last name, dummy, phone. It works. That is beautiful. I absolutely love this. I think this is so cool. Okay, so guys, that is how you run a Facebook ad in KW Command and route the lead to an agent on your team, at least for right now. Pretty soon I'm going to show you a video also on how to run the new Facebook ad for multiple listings where we can put in 3 or more listings. I just got to wait for this one to click in live on command and then I can run that. I'm Lori Ballen. Please subscribe to the channel. I'd love your referrals here in Las Vegas, Nevada.